Caroline Hawley and Misrata. Thank you.
Well, let's talk now to the Middle East specialist, Nabila Ramdani. Nabila, just listening to what Caroline was, the picture was being painted there. I mean, it's symbolic, Sirte, but it's also, I mean, a lot of people are being killed in amongst those, a lot of civilians.
Very much so, and that's why it puts the whole conflict into perspective, and that's why we have to go back to the very reason of NATO's involvement in Libya. It was, of course, to protect civilian lives, but as we've seen throughout the conflict, an awful lot of people, especially civilians, have been killed, so it compromises the mission, NATO's mission, but also it also brings to the fore the behaviour of rebel forces or national transitional.
And now the nurse was saying that the people he was speaking to were saying this situation where there will be no surrender. And also he was saying very clearly they see this as the very last of the battles. Is that realistic, or will these people move elsewhere? Is there another stronghold that they will then have to conquer?
I think Sirte is the last significant piece of territory held by pro-Gaddafi forces, and its fall is now imminent. It looks like it. But I think the reason why it's significant, it's also because it will be the start of the real test for the National Transitional Council. It has always said that it will postpone the formation of a new government until the city of Sirte falls. And so it will be, as I said, a test to see whether or not the National Transitional Council is indeed able to unite the country and indeed reconcile all the differences.
And how important in that process will be knowing where Colonel Gaddafi is and what his fate will be?
I think that's going to prove hugely important. Gaddafi made it clear that he was going to turn the country into a hell. He's determined not to let the rebel forces and indeed the National Transitional Council take over. It's very much part and parcel of his classic rhetoric about anti-imperialism, anti-West, and that's precisely how he sees the military intervention as the West trying to plunder his country's assets.
OK, Nabila, thank you very much.
It is exactly 8:15. This is Breakfast from BBC News, the latest headlines.